Hey guys, welcome back to This Week in BJJ. I'm Budo Jake, here with Shawn Williams. And Shawn, Buchecha did something really cool at the Worlds this year.
Yeah, I'd never seen that move before. I thought it was awesome. He did it one early round, took the guys back perfectly, and then he did it in the finals against Rodolfo, and he ended up taking the back. He almost came up leg drag to back of turtle, so worked like a charm.
What are we talking about? Let's take a look. You mentioned before, but what a risk taker.
Yeah, I love watching him. He takes huge risks. I've never seen him do that move, and he's using it in the finals of the open weight successfully.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look. So I like to make one disclaimer, because on that footage, I can't see Buchecha's right hand. So one thing that we need to do on this roll is to keep the leg on the inside. So that low grip on the leg must be present. It's from basically a one-legged X guard, or almost like a footlock position. Even on the footlock position, it'll work. It's just a little bit more risky. So this is ideal with the leg up by the head. The right-handed grip is the grip I can't see. So any pulling grip will work. I don't know if he was grabbing the jacket, the belt, or what I've been playing around with is the actual, just the hip, and the hip works great. What we're gonna do is a right shoulder roll over, and just before I flip over, I gotta shove this leg deep through the leg. So as I roll, I gotta make sure I push hard before his knee hits the mat. And it's gonna basically roll us through. I wanna make sure this leg doesn't end in the middle. Because here's where the risky part is for me. If I'm careless with my left leg, Jake can step back, yeah, and he's gonna pull me into a potential knee bar. So I wanna make sure my left foot comes to the inside, right? And then on this one, what happened is Rodolfo kept his back on the mat, and Buchecha came up more in a typical leg drag situation. But early in the round, he took the back perfectly. So that's what I'd like to take a look at. So as I get myself in danger of the one-legged X guard, we keep the leg on the inside. I go grab the hip with my right hand. We're gonna do a right shoulder roll, and I'm gonna shove the leg in, make sure my left leg is behind, and now we're coming up back to collar, or reverse back head and arm. And it's very important when we get to this back position to keep this knee on the hip. It's just very good leg riding skills. So I wanna make sure I maintain the control of the hip. Let's not leave this loose. So make sure that knee pins tight, reverse head and arm. If we need points, we put the two hooks in, and we've got our back control. Sweet move.
Yeah, what a quick change of position there.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one who saw that. So people are gonna be playing around with that left and right, and oh man, such a great move.
See one last time in full speed?
Let's do it.
It's happened so fast.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I've been playing around with that all week, and it's really amazing. I've been able to use it in training already, so something I wasn't doing from that position before, and may save a lot of guys some trouble.
Yeah, and a lot more people are doing that one-legged X guard.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's a great sweeping position, a great off-balancing position. It's not hard to get yourself in there. You have lots of stuff. You can take the back, you can sweep, a lot of attacks from there.
Now, what if somebody does the traditional X guard?
Yeah. So this is my new baby, and it's still under development. And again, like a disclaimer that this isn't battle tested. We're just having fun with this move. But I'll give it to you guys out there, and if you think of anything with it, get creative and let us know. So what happens though when we get full X guarded is I can't roll through because of this hook. If he ends up on top, if I keep the same grips and roll through, that inside hook becomes a real problem, and I can't push him down well enough, and we kind of end up potentially maybe being swept. So what I did was we were just playing around the other day for a couple hours. It's actually Monday night after the tournament, playing around. And X guard, if we dominate this sleeve, it's a very good stall grip from X guard anyway, because it's hard for him to finish the sweep. So dominating this grip is a good idea from X guard anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this grip up, elbow to hip. I wanna keep the same the leg on the inside, so low grip on the ankle. Same grip he used. Now we're gonna do a forward roll, and when we forward roll, I have to pull hard on him to make sure he comes to the top. So I want him to think that he's sweeping me. But I gotta make sure we pull hard. In a drill, you gotta pull hard. So when we go, I pull hard enough. When he recovers, I either have, if he brings 2 arms inside, we have arm drag to back take, or we have what happens a lot when the guy holds onto the leg, we have a triangle situation. That's what we're gonna look at in this little rotation. The guy holds onto the leg to sweep, he's gonna come right up in triangle, which is fantastic. And that's why we gotta pull hard. So if I don't pull hard enough, he'll post the arm and you're gonna have to arm drag back take. If I roll hard enough and pull hard enough on this leg, he'll just ride with me right up, and he's gonna end up right in a triangle. Wow. Yeah, fun little move. So, you know, there's a couple scenarios that can happen there. And like I said, this is brand new for me. So hopefully guys get this, play with it, make new stuff, and you play with it and make new stuff. But that triangle comes right away, especially if the guy is riding the momentum of the sweep. It feels normal to come right up and bah, triangle.
That's what's so cool about jiu-jitsu. You know, you see one thing happen at the world and then you start branching off and doing different things.
That's why I always say study competitions, watch competitions. And I think we were talking during the event that there seemed to be so many little things that people were doing differently to get old things working. You know, some Bia with the knee grip to that arm lock rather than both. That's typically done with both sleeves, and then, you know, so little things like that. Some new stuff coming out of it.
Amazing art of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it's completely amazing.
Can we take one last look at this one?
Yeah, let's take one more time.
Never do I feel in danger until
it's the end.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks so much, Shawn.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode of This Week in BJJ. Keep on rolling.
That concludes this installment of This Week in BJJ. Watch and review past episodes on iTunes and YouTube. And then be sure to join us again right here for another live edition of This Week in BJJ. Brought to you by BudoVideos.com.